Hello, Catherine. Thank you very much for helping me again with this customer profile interview. Today we're gonna be working with three different segments, which will be the customer jobs, the gains, and the pains. As I was explaining you a little bit some time before, here you will explain me a little bit of where are some of your expectations or how you expect you to, how you expect what do you want to get from the business.
Better time management, I think, would be a big one.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about how, what kind of feelings you will have by interacting with this app or things like that.
I guess something that's easy to use and something that like minimizes stress in my life.
Mm-hmm. The stress in your life?
Mm-hmm. By making it easier to kind of put everything all together and visualize how my like day-to-day schedule is supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm. Something else you want to add from there?
I think those are the main
ones?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
When I was telling you a little bit about the gains,
Yeah.
this is more about some of the expectations that you have.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to get from this?
I would say ultimately better productivity.
Mm-hmm. Why?
If I'm kind of able to see how my day is going to look like based on everything that I have to do, it's going to be easier to kind of prioritize what tasks have to get done first, and also just plan out how the day is going to look based on the other commitments that I have.
Okay, perfect. Something else that you want to add on gains? Like some expectations that you will have besides improving your productivity?
I would say being able to kind of sync all of like the tasks that I have or meetings, so kind of taking all the information that I have already on other apps. It could be from Canvas, from Outlook, stuff like that. So just syncing and able to put everything together.
Okay. For you, you told me that you are a student athlete, right?
Yes.
And I remember when we were talking the first time, you were telling me that time management is one of the big issues in balancing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk a little bit about balancing and how some of the things that how you linked your current tools for balancing now that you have now, and what are some expectations that you will have by using this app? Like how you think your balancing skills will improve by using this app?
By being able to, when you actually are able to visualize how everything is kind of go or play out in a day, you're better able to see the gaps of time that you have. And also when you're having to keep track of so many different things, from team commitments to travel to class assignments, it's really hard sometimes to keep on top of everything. So also just getting the stuff done.
Get stuff done. Perfect. Now let's go with the pains.
Yeah.
This is basically the opposite.
Okay.
What do you think, what could go wrong by using this app? Let's say is no one you were expecting, something that you were expecting by using the app, something that maybe cause a negative effect on your daily life by using this app. Tell me a little bit more about that.
I would say if it's kind of hard to navigate, in being able to sync everything all into one app, or even just the whole like design of it. If it's something that's really hard to be able to use, then I'm not going to use it most likely. So
like a complex interface, you know?
Yes.
What else?
I think also being able to get, if I don't receive notifications from the app, then if I have to go on the app actually to be able to see the stuff that I have, and if I don't get reminded by it, then that's not going to help me kind of keep track of everything.
Lack of notifications.
Yeah.
What else?
I think again, if it doesn't sync everything that I have from other apps, and if I have to like manually put in like my Canvas assignments or stuff like that, then that's actually going to add more time. So it's not doing what it says it's supposed to do. So that would be like extra time on my part.
Okay. Is there something else that you want to add now?
I think that those are the main ones, yeah.
Perfect. Now, let's go to the next step.
Okay.
Next step, I'm going to ask you to step over there.
Okay.
And we're going to start with the customer jobs.
Okay.
Over here. In this part, I'm going to ask you to, well, we can go by all three together, which is going to be gains, and it's going to be pains.
Okay.
With this new chart, what I'm going to ask you to do, we're going to take first the customer jobs here.
Okay.
You're going to rank it in a list according to the importance that you will put it down.
Okay. So just from first to...
For the most important to the less important, and if you can give me like a slightly explanation of why.
Okay. I would say first, being easy to use for customer jobs. And I would say easy to use because, again, if it's something that takes more time and to actually be able to use in the first place and kind of having to try to learn, like if it's really complicated, most likely I'm not going to put in the time from the beginning in using it. I'm just going to stick to my other kind of calendars.
Okay.
I would say next, altogether, because that's ultimately how this is advertised as being, or that's the ultimate goal for the app. So I would say that being second. Next, I would say better time management, which is just going to happen as a consequence of, I think, especially the second one. And then fourth, I would put less stress. It's not to say that that's not important, but for me personally, this is just how I would rank it.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now let's go with gains.
Okay. Big number one would be being able to sync everything. Tracking events. Which again is you're able to kind of track everything because everything's synced up.
Yeah.
Kind of close, but I would say ultimately getting stuff done. Because I think again that's kind of the point of it is just everything that you have on a day-to-day basis or a week-to-week basis, whatever it is, and so keeping track of all that and actually getting it done.
Okay.
And then better productivity, which is just going to happen as a consequence of, as a result of getting this stuff done. And then visualize gaps. I put this one last because, you'll be able to visualize gaps, but If you also just have stuff that's kind of due on a given day, it's also just to keep track of all of that, and visualizing gaps is something that could happen sometimes, but not necessarily the most important thing all the time.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now let's go with the last one, which will be the pains.
Okay. I would say biggest one is difficult to learn.
Okay.
Because again, if I can't learn it, or if it's not easy for me to learn, I'm just gonna stop using it.
Okay, fair.
Doesn't sync. Because again, that's kind of the point of this, is that it's able to sync everything. So what's the point of me using it when I already have other kind of, calendar or other ways available that I might already use. Then I would say lack of notification, because if it's an app that I have to actually open to see the stuff that I have, it's going to be harder to kind of keep track of everything.
Yeah.
So that could be a pain sometimes. And then hard to navigate, I'm going to put for last. I know that that's kind of like true for like a lot of calendar apps or whatever. Maybe it's like hard to navigate at first.
Yes.
But you could kind of get into like the rhythm of it. But it could be hard to navigate at first, but I think it's more like learning actually. So if it's harder to learn, then I would rank that more than if it's just hard to navigate.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
That's pretty much it.
Well,
thank you so much.